The idea behind R7 is that we wanted to create a mixed-use commercial building that was highly flexible and in the amount of tenants that we could house. We also have an ethos at the ground floor that we wanted it to be a public space. So we've got an everyman cinema down there and a restaurant and a leisure use, all of which adds the feeling of an indoor street at that level. A number of things on this project helped in terms of innovation. The three that come to my mind really are the facade and early subcontractor engagement. Toilet pods, so we had off-site manufactured toilet pods which allowed our M&E services to progress much more quickly through the building. And the hollow build tool as well was extremely useful for us and I think for Kia in the later stages.
On this project, we realised that the use of a unitised facade was really an easy decision to make. It gave us the right quality, its bespoke nature, but also gave the client certainty in terms of cost.
Having the facade contractor on board early was extremely important to us. We can then get the person who's actually building the product to help us with the design as well and make sure that the client team are happy with it before it goes into manufacture.
We did something similar with bathrooms where, particularly in London, labour can be an issue, achieving the right quality can be an issue, so we took that off-site.
We get to see benchmarks and mock-ups early. From a client side, we get to sign off the quality of the product and we know what we're going to get in advance.
They're manufactured off-site in Hull. Each of the frames is then made, fully fitted, tested. Once they're on site, they're offloaded with the crane, wheeled into the building, and then they were put into position, and then literally the service was just plugged in. They then came off the critical path, meaning we had more time if there were any issues for fit out and also for the connection of the services and the testing.
So we used a number of innovations on R7, one of them being the Hollow Builder app. This is a web-based application where you upload your floor plans of your building and you're able to link 360-degree photos to the different areas.
It was a system we used to replace our normal progress photos, which our site team took, what is probably at irregular intervals and not in a systematic way either. So Hollow Builder simply is using a 360 view camera set up at the same point on every floor, and it gives you a 360 view around the building or the area you're working in.
You need a device that can take the Job Walker Hollow Builder app, a 360-degree camera, a tripod and a subscription to Hollow Builder.
We had our own internal team using the system, but one of the main benefits was we used to give the link to Argent, and we used to then share that with the tenants that were due to move in the building.
There's time saved in the taking of actually the site progress, and there's also time saved in locating those photos and being able to view them on a web-based platform. Matterport is an innovative laser scanner that stitches together 360-degree photos with the scans to create a 3D render of a building or space.
The use of Matterport when we were handing over the building, gave a really clear record of what had been completed, but also gave us an instant dilapidation survey of how the building was left with the tenants coming in to fit out.
You need the Matterport camera, a tripod, a device that can link up. We used an iPad and then a subscription to Matterport. Once you've got the camera, you go out onto site, put it on the tripod. It has internal Wi-Fi within the camera, so you link the iPad to that. You start off with a blank screen. It will take a 360-degree scan and it will start building up a picture of the floor plan that you're scanning. You move it to the next spot once you're happy and you repeat the process. On R7, we took 670 scans over 3 days. It not only can take measurements, but you can take annotations, and you can then link documents, forms, and other model spaces within the 3D environment. In future projects, we're looking to utilise it for the operations and maintenance documentation. You're able to actually put it onto a VR app on your phone, and then put it into a VR headset from your phone, and the end user can view that in a much more immersive experience. They're able to interact with the model and walk themselves through it and actually view how it would look like if you're taking a walk out on site.
The digital innovations that are available now, so we've used Hollow Builder here, Matterport. We looked at some of the things that are now available with augmented reality, virtual reality. They really will change how you can get the design that's in a model out of the computer screen, bring it onto site and really show people how things will be built and again check how things have been built.
A lot of the technology is already here and a lot of the innovation is already here. I think that the next big drive is to bring that all together.
For myself, the most enjoyable thing about working on this project was the teamwork. Up the line with the client, but then also with the subcontractors and the design teams.
Being able to deliver something that is different to a normal office product. That main entrance area with its double height space and being open to the public is going to feel so different to a lot of other buildings in London.
It's working with a team and a client who are up for really understanding where they see quality and what gives them best value. And once you've got a client who can explain that to you, off-site and digital can truly add value to them.
We've had some good compliments from the tenants that have moved in. I think that's always nice to get a third party tell you you've done a good job.